Hello and welcome to the Ohio State Fair. I'm Jim Chakeres with the Ohio Poultry Association, and today we're in the Taste of Ohio Cafe, the Heartland Cuisine Food Pavilion demonstrations. With me today is Julie Willis. We're going to make deviled eggs for you. Today's program is going to feature Happy Chicken Farm eggs. These eggs come from Mercer County at Hemmelgarn and Sons. Darke and Mercer County is the #1 and #2 egg producing county in the world, if you believe that. So Ohio is #2 in egg production in the United States, but we have the #1 and #2 egg producing counties in the world. So today, for deviled eggs, you have to start with hard cooked eggs. Now you'll notice I said hard cooked, not hard boiled, because we really don't want to boil those eggs. So there's a secret to making great hard cooked eggs. First, buy your eggs, put them in the refrigerator for about a week, then hard cook your eggs. They'll peel much easier. So the secret is, and for this recipe today, we're going to use 6 large eggs. We're going to put them in a saucepan and just cover them with water. You then put them on the stove, medium-high to high heat. For large eggs, you want to bring this to a boil and then turn the heat off immediately as soon as it boils, and then let them sit for about 12 minutes. If you're using extra large eggs, add 3 minutes. If you're using medium eggs, subtract 3 minutes. So about 12 minutes for large eggs will catch most of the eggs that you're going to find in your local supermarket. So today for deviled eggs, we're going to make 3 different types of deviled eggs for you. First is going to be a classic deviled egg recipe. So we've already taken 6 eggs, halved them, and removed the yolks to this bowl. I'm using a normal bowl here with a whisk, and we're just kind of chopping these eggs up a little bit. At home, just use a fork. That'll work just fine. So for classic deviled eggs, we're going to use approximately 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. You could use sour cream. You could also use yogurt. We also use mustard. You can use dark mustard, regular yellow mustard. Today I'm going to kick it up just a little bit. We're going to use some honey mustard. So about a teaspoon, teaspoon and a half of honey mustard. We need some form of acid. So citrus juice, lemon juice, or vinegar works great. Today I'm going to use a white balsamic vinegar for just a little extra flavor. So about a teaspoon of vinegar. We'll mix these all together. Now salt and pepper. Salt and pepper are the key to most every recipe. So we're going to use some black pepper. If you don't like pepper, a little less. If you like a lot of pepper, a little more is great. I happen to like pepper, so we're going to give a few extra grinds. And about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Now I'll switch to my spatula to incorporate these ingredients. And now the important thing is taste. You're never sure how things are going to taste, and you need to adjust the seasoning. I think I need just a hair more salt and a little more pepper. Now, here's the secret to making your deviled eggs look pretty to impress your guests. We're going to use a normal resealable plastic bag. We're going to transfer our deviled egg filling right into that bag. It's a little messy. But what cook isn't just a little bit messy? You have to have fun in the kitchen. So we're going to get most of the air out of this bag and seal it. Get a quick knife here, and we're just going to take the end off of this, and we're going to use this bag like a piping bag. So I've got my deviled eggs that are on a fancy deviled egg plate. A paper plate for a picnic, the plate out of the cupboard, whatever works for you. These are quite collectible items, and many people collect these deviled egg trays from all across the country and the world. Here we've got one with some nice little chicks on it, and now we're just going to fill these eggs and pipe them in just like if we were icing a cake. Now the key is always you think you're going to run out, but I have yet to not have enough of this mixture to fill all of my eggs to about overflowing so they look nice and presentable. Now we made some of these earlier today so they would be ready for you. And we've got some nice deviled eggs with some paprika on top. Now my secret weapon for these eggs is we're going to make these just a little bit better, give them a little bit more wow factor, and we're going to use chili powder. So we're going to sprinkle a little chili powder on these deviled eggs just to give them that little extra kick to impress your guests. So quick and easy, basic deviled eggs, just a little bit of a notch above what most are with a little bit of chili powder. Now we're going to move on to one of my favorite deviled egg recipes. You've got some guests, they call, they say we're going to be there an hour. You take 15 minutes, you hard cook your eggs. In another 10 minutes, you pull some ingredients from the refrigerator and you're going to impress them and wow them with a great hors d'oeuvre. So I've hard cooked 6 eggs again. This time they're on this fancy chicken deviled egg plate. These are going to be bacon, tomato, ranch. 3 great flavors. We're going to incorporate them all in a deviled egg. Again, I have my 6 egg yolks. I'm going to use about 2 to 3 tablespoons of some finely chopped, cooked, crisp bacon. About a tablespoon of finely chopped tomato. And now this is where we're going to vary the recipe a little bit instead of using mayonnaise. Remember before we said we could use sour cream, we could use yogurt. Now we're going to use a ranch dressing. So this is just a buttermilk ranch dressing available in any supermarket. And we've got about 2.5 tablespoons. We'll mix all that together. And again, you have to remember that cooking is kind of like an art. And if you don't like something, leave it out. If you want to add something, feel free to try and experiment. This is just a little bit stiff, so I'm going to add just a little bit more mayonnaise to make it flow, just a little bit better to fill our deviled eggs. Now to add just another pop of color, we're going to add some finely chopped parsley. Because we have to remember, we eat with our eyes. So we've got some nice red tomato. Now we've got some green in here with the parsley and the yellow of the egg. We can't forget our salt and pepper. And these recipes are all available on the Ohio Heartland Cuisine website, www.ohioheartlandcuisine.com. So now we'll taste test again, make sure our salt and pepper are right. A little more salt. I went light on the salt early because the bacon can be quite salty at times. We're going to add a little more salt. And I think it needs just a little more pepper. And we'll fill our resealable plastic bag again. Clean it up just a little bit. We'll remove the tip on the corner. This time we're going to make it just a little bit of a larger opening because we've got to get that bacon and tomato through there. And now we'll start at the end here and fill these eggs. Eggs are so good for you. They're a great source of protein. And the United States Department of Agriculture has conducted some research recently that now says eggs are 15% lower in cholesterol and they're higher in vitamin D than we once thought. So again, eating eggs is healthy, it's good for you. Talk to your doctor. They should be part of everyone's diet. I'm going to have to squeeze this to make this one work just a little bit. Down in there. If you've got one left, don't worry. Makes a happy cook. Now, one more flavor. We're going to layer one more flavor. A little sharp cheddar cheese on top of each one of these. Now that's a happy chicken. I've got one more recipe that we're going to do with eggs real quick. But our eggs have come to a boil, so now we're going to turn off the pan and we're going to let them set for 12 minutes for the large eggs. The last recipe I have for you is quick and easy. You want to impress friends that are coming over for lunch. You want to do something nutritious, but you want to say, wow, I'm a gourmet. What are you going to do? I've got some mixed greens, a normal salad, a little tomato. I've made a nice vinaigrette. This is a tomato, basil, balsamic vinaigrette. And I'm just going to dress my greens with some of the dressing. And now I have, for each person, 2 large hard-cooked eggs and some commercially available chicken salad. We're going to fill each egg with chicken salad and place it on the salad. Quick, easy, delicious, high protein, and sure to impress your friends. Now we're going to top this with just the finely mashed yolk. High protein lunch fit for any socialite. Again, eggs are an important part of your diet. Enjoy them every day. Hard-cooked eggs are simple and easy. Deviled eggs are sure to impress your friends. I'm Jim Chakeres here at the Ohio State Fair. Please come and visit us next year and visit www.ohioheartlandcuisine.com for more recipes and information about Ohio's agriculture. We're feeding a world. Hello and welcome to the Ohio State Fair. We're here in the Taste of Ohio Cafe in the Heartland Cuisine kitchen. We're preparing meals for you and your family brought to you by Ohio farmers. I'm Jim Chakeres with the Ohio Poultry Association. Joining me today is Julie Willis assisting in the kitchen. Today we're talking eggs. The eggs today we're going to be using are from Happy Chicken Farms, which works with Hemmelgarn & Sons, located in Dark and Mercer County. Dark and Mercer County in Ohio are the #1 and #2 egg-producing counties in all of the world. Ohio is home to about 30 million laying hens, and that makes us #2 in the United States. But it's amazing that Dark and Mercer County are still #1 and #2. Omelets are quick and easy. It's a great, fancy breakfast, if you will, for your family to enjoy every day, not just on special holidays or Sundays. The key to an omelet is getting your eggs ready to go, a hot skillet, and then having just a couple of skills, and that'll get you by to impress all of your friends. So what we're going to start with is 2 eggs. 2 eggs per person. Now the key is we're going to add 2 tablespoons of water. A normal kitchen whisk, and we're going to whisk these up really good until they're all incorporated. We want to make sure and we use water in an omelet because it makes the omelet light and fluffy. If you're making scrambled eggs, you might want to use milk or cream, as a lot of people do, because that makes a really tender scrambled egg. We've got our egg ready to go. We've got a nice hot skillet. Now we need some type of fat. You could use olive oil. Today I'm going to use butter. Who doesn't like butter? So about a teaspoon of butter in a hot 10-inch skillet. Now that's really hot. You can see it moving. We're going to melt our butter. Don't worry if it burns just a little bit because we're going to cook this egg really quick and fast. We're going to add our 2 eggs plus 2 tablespoons of water. We've got a normal spatula, and the key is keep your egg moving. See all those bubbles? That's steam that's cooking the egg. So we're going to dig a hole. We're going to move the egg towards the center and then tilt the pan to fill it up. And we're going to go around all sides of it just like we were going on a clock. So 3, 6, 9, 12 until we don't have any liquid egg left. So as soon as we've got that all filled in, we're going to fill our omelet. My first omelet is a ham and cheese omelet. If you're right-handed, fill the left half of the omelet with plenty of good sharp cheddar cheese and some ham brought to you by Ohio's hog farmers. Now this omelet is quick and easy and it's done. We're going to put our spatula underneath the right side and flip it right over. And don't worry if it tears a little bit there, because there's a secret to making it look beautiful. I'm going to pick up my plate with my left hand. I have my omelet pan in my right hand, and I'm just going to put it onto the plate and flip it right over. And there's a beautiful ham and cheese omelet. And what did that take? 2 minutes? See how quick and easy it is for your family. A family of 4, 8 minutes, you got them fed, they're happy, and they're impressed that mom and dad know how to cook. Now we're going to do this again, but this time we're going to make a little fancier omelet, if you will. We're going to do an herb mushroom omelet. So I'm going to start again with a pat of butter, about 1 teaspoon. We'll let that butter melt in our 10-inch skillet. We've got 2 eggs, 2 tablespoons of water. They go right in that hot skillet. And again, dig a hole, fill it up. We're going to push the egg to the center and tilt our pan so that the egg comes in contact with the hot cooking surface. Eggs are so good for you now, and the United States Department of Agriculture has just done recent research that says that they are indeed 15% lower in cholesterol and 64% higher in vitamin D. We're going to add some mushrooms. This time we're going to use some mozzarella cheese and some herbs. I've got some tarragon and a fancy pair of herb scissors here to chop up some herbs into this omelet, and a little bit of parsley. Again, we're going to just flip this over. Tip it right over onto our plate. Omelet number 2, 2 minutes later. Now we're going to do something a little fun. We're going to make something for that special connoisseur of the omelet, someone that likes different flavor profiles. We're going to do a Tex-Mex or a Mexican omelet, if you will. Again, 2 eggs, 2 tablespoons of water, a hot pan, and about a teaspoon of butter. You come and visit us at the Ohio State Fair. Make sure and visit the Taste of Ohio Cafe, where you can find food from all of Ohio farmers. We have dairy products and ice cream, and we've got lamb and beef and pork, and the corn growers have fresh sweet corn. And of course, the Poultry Association is bringing you turkey, chicken, and eggs. So again, dig a hole, fill it up, push that egg to the center, tilt your pan. Want to make sure that that egg comes into contact with the hot cooking surface. And now we're going to fill this egg omelet with some bacon. This time we have some Mexican cheese blend, a little bit more spice to that. We're going to add a little bit of shredded cilantro right on top and in that omelet. Flip it right over, and again, don't worry if we tear the top, because we're going to make that top the bottom and flip it right over. Turn that off. Now for the fun part. Got some great salsa we're going to put right on top of that. And a dollop of sour cream. We have a beautiful Tex-Mex omelet, bacon, Mexican blend cheese, salsa, sour cream. My mouth is just watering. I'm ready to dive right into this. I'm Jim Chakeres from the Ohio State Fair, representing the Ohio Poultry Association. Have a great day. This is something easy and quick you can do for your family. Enjoy eggs every day.